I need a bit of practice. I need a bit of practice.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the Pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. But your friend here could without a doubt tell you more.
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Teleme, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Norts. We will need to speak with those on Teleme lands, and of course seek out the Bishop Domitius.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of anything else.
I need to be going.
dogs are a blessing.
Hello, sir. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet. Your admiral has sent...
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am...
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems...
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received one of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Then 2 of my men up and disappeared, and I do not. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. More questions?
Thanks.
It would appear that the Ordo Luminis has been up to mischief again. Their foolish zealousness has been causing us a lot of problems. If we let them, they burn the entire world and leave it to the enlightened to sort out the good from the bad.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Did you?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Matthias lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us. All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen. I know that you are generally... That is why I was hoping that you...
I suppose I could go to Eden and try...
Marvelous. The leader of the community, may the Enlightened assist you.
Your Eminence.
Sir de Sardet.
Tell me about Sam.
It is still in many to name, including, of course, the conversion of the island population.
Who are the missionaries?
It is an order that most of them leave this once relatively minor and has a staff.
What can you tell?
This is... They are in charge. The discovery of which sometimes leads them to behave a little...
You seem to know Father Petrus well.
Do I frighten you so much that you do not dare question me?
Come on, Petrus. Our young legate, in response to your questions, Your Excellency, he spent many years. He is a shrewd diplomat and a devious politician.
I must leave you.
Naturally.
What do you want from...
Sir de Sardet.
Ah! The I am Bishop Domitius.
I believe you have a few...
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my son. And they are very secretive. and have all sorts of strange ritual, the sorcery they employ to guide them, and to top it.
Whatever do you mean?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naut suffering from the blood plague? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin. I am certain that we will find clue.
Very well. Let's just agree that the...
Anything else?
Good day, Desade.
I met the representative of the Ordo Lumen.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and...
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness. But his questions are... He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor because you never fall prey...
Responsible for the Malachor?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very...
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies. More questions?
Thanks. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naut's secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new. If we can stay discreet.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing from the Enlightened. We supply other kinds.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need some?
I must leave.
Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing.
Good day.
Thanks.
the Enlightened protect me in this battle?
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate it, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way we'll know exactly what the Naughts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Good day. I'm looking for...
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lot. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere. And they spend their times especially eyeing all that the...
what do these Mage Inquisitors look...
They wear a very...
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the island. Especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Nort's secrets. Good day. I'm looking for two men, Norts. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a 3 or 4 days ago, he was telling these stories. He went outside for a moment, and well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk, no. Something happened to him.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that is where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here. I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic nor impure therein. They're nothing but measuring instruments. These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. Oh. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
And that? It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I've definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Nort's secrets get the best of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
The Ordo Luminous was completely wrong. We must find these missing Norts. We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Nauts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my son. You've been misinformed.
You know I have Mother Cardinal's ear. Is she aware of your initiatives?
I do not appreciate this attempt at intimidation. But very well. Since you insist, these Nauts were arrested. We were forced to interrogate them to bring to light their pagan rituals.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest, was it?
No. The Mother Cardinal is not aware. Not yet. But as soon as we have succeeded in making them talk and they have confessed their heresy, she...
Of course. Where did you take them?
The Coin Guard has lent us their jails and some men. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but we have need of their skills and discretion.
These Inquisitors really don't realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Here comes our pay, boys!
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
And if I gave you this?
In that case, I could certainly...
Thank you.
Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. Taking into consideration what we learned in the warehouse, it will not be difficult to convince the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle.
Poison on my breath.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing. Have you heard Father Aloysius' sermon? A bit too... Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during...
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malakul.
That is an extremely...
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof, but these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme action. The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed...
These Nauts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to... I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the coin to attack every Naut building and make prisoner of every one of their men that...
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to...
The Nauts are not believers. We should not be dependent on...
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Nauts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I thank you for bringing this business. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's...
I will tell him, Your Eminence.
This area of the palace is forbidden to visitors.
We did not know.
The basements are for...
Very well. We'll go back.
Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure...
Do you like it here inside?
It is impossible not... And rumor. Goodbye. May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing. Don't hesitate to have a rummage. Goodbye. Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure... Goodbye. May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing. Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. Goodbye. Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Goodbye. May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place. Locked.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually, enormous sums.
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all back?
And the name Candy Cane crops up so...
This sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these sums. Let's rummage around some more. We may... Goodness sake! This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking.
It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Lama, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute.
We should also follow the trail left by this document, my child. The moneylender may give us information about the famous Candy Cane.
We should also question the manager of the tavern while passing through. He will surely have some information to give us. Or to sell us.
So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that I'm gathering information.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you that you will get your money's worth. For you, I'm sure we can make a special arrangement.
Father, do you want to explain to this man why we are here?
Of course. We are not here for your services, but to lead an investigation. Several clients of yours have made a complaint. Precious objects disappearing after your employees' visits.
People in very high places are concerned, which explains why we've been asked to take care of it.
This cannot be. Well, listen. Come in, but please be discreet.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Look, a new face. Oh, but wouldn't that be... Hello, Father.
Oh, hello.
We would like to know if you know who this earring belongs to. Is it maybe yours?
Absolutely not. I am careful not to leave my belongings with clients, and I have no desire to answer your questions. That doesn't fall within my...
Very well. Goodbye.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lamb.
Sorry, madam. This question...
Why? It's mine.
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Well, what do you want? Why?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions. Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But I...
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the clients.
You can't even give me a single name.
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is a woman, who is always wearing... She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward rushes over whenever...
Do you think that an important person from Lama could have parted?
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a...
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child. Just answer our question.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly doubt she...
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. What a testimony. Admit it, you must know more than you're letting on. It's
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once.
Please continue.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is a... And you've probably never even heard...
I know very well who you're referring to.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh?
I don't even remember the subject of this Do you know someone who goes by the name of Candy Cane?
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name makes the rounds.
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name before, but that's all.
This woman in the green coat, could you tell me about her?
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. She is quite important then. Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose...
May the Enlightened bless you.
Can I get...
I'm here for something else.
If you wish.
I'm looking for a woman who comes here.
Yes, I have seen this code before. But I have no idea. All I know is that I've seen her speaking to a regular, a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders.
What can you tell me about a
Candy cane. Everyone speaks...
And what do they say about...
Here, nothing. You need to...
To the games room and...
Yes, that's more the kind of place with...
I have to go. Good day.
Well...
I imagine that the name
Obviously. Even though I would prefer it wasn't the case. He's a sort of... organizer. He captures most of the...
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rooms...
If that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends. Protectors. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel have...
Do you know where I can find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise you.
I know how to look after. I'm looking for someone. A woman wearing a big green coat.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has prime...
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't...
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would...
No, and I can't really tell you when she'll show up next.
I must be going.
Next time, then.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
I'll get straight to the point. I have bad news for you. I know about the decadent parties at the palace. I know that you take part in them.
What? But what are you talking about?
Stop acting all innocent. I have all the evidence I need to incriminate you. Although your reputation isn't spotless, there are others who have a lot more at stake than you. What if I were to spread it around town that you boast about being there? You know what happens when tongues wag too much.
That's enough. All right, I get the message. What do you want?
Tell me about Candy Cane.
We're not close, if that's what you want to know. I just know... I mean, there are some rumours. They say he does his business in the basement of the Coin Tavern.
What kind of business?
Oh, nothing to do with my line of business. He deals in arena fights.
It would appear that you know the Mother Cardinal very well. I know that she borrowed money from you. I even know how much. What I want to know is why.
I have no idea. Do you really think that my clients tell me everything about their lives?
Does she still owe you money?
No, she always pays me back on time, and with interest.
Do you think she's plundering the city funds?
Ha! If that were the case, the funds would have been depleted long ago. Nah, the money's coming from...
I would advise you to keep all of...
I don't...
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he's just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer. is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true. You're right. Let's come back later.
Let's get rid of these money bags.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Come taste my savor. Our enemies.
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Come on, it was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
And let's go!
Let's see if we can ward off this fate!
Protect me in this battle!
A bit of poison on my blade.
And let's go! Engulf our enemies! Let's get rid of these money bags. Let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
May the shadow engulf our enemies! the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Greetings! So...
Thanks, but I... To New Serene.
Let's go!
Desarde.
I've settled the problem in San Mateos. Several of your men were... The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you. We discovered this island. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature. and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Fredee was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it. The losses were enormous. The humiliation. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one...
The child of an islander? But
I understand how difficult this is to hear. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. I am sorry for the shock. Anything.
I need to be going. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go and see him.
My child, I understand that this revelation is upsetting. I wish I had the right words to comfort you. In any case, you do not have to be ashamed of your ancestry. This island is at the very core of all our faith.